Yo, what's up, Scorpio? Welcome to monthly forecast for the month of November 2018. Scorpio, I'm seeing some options in your love life because you have the Three of Swords right here, and you also have the Seven of Cups, which is indicative of options in your life. As far as love goes, I'm seeing a couple different signs here. You have the Queen of Cups at the center of your reading. And this could be somebody, it doesn't matter if you're not familiar with tarot reading, then you probably don't know this, but it's not about the gender on the card, it's all about the suit, and this is the suit of cups. So this is somebody who is a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces is showing up right at the center of your reading. Now, I am seeing a Page of Swords here and a Queen of Swords as well. And, once again, it doesn't matter about the gender on the card. It could Queen of Swords, Page of Swords, could be a man or woman, but it's definitely somebody who is potentially a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius in your life. So, I mean, you could have options from any other sign, but these are the signs that are resonating in your life. Now, some of you might be having some issues in your home life because you do have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. And I'd say that, for some of you, this is tied to the Three of Swords right there because, if you look at it, it's you, your significant other, and maybe somebody else that they're interested in, or maybe it's you, your significant other, and somebody else you're interested in. So, it could be either or, but, I don't know if maybe love is the reason why. Maybe love is the reason why your home life is feeling a little bit unsettled or, disrupted a little bit. It's like maybe some of you guys like somebody else potentially. So that might be the case for a few of you. And I'd say if you're single, then this is you option, another option. So, once again, maybe for some of you, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces is a good option for you if you're single, or, potentially a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini for others of you. Now, if that's not resonating with you like that, then, this Queen of Cups at the center of your reading, I mean, this just might be you, Scorpio. So the Queen of Cups is somebody who they're compassionate, they're someone who can show genuine empathy, and it's interesting because you have the Queen of Swords, which is the total opposite, and that is crossing your reading here at the center of your reading. So the Queen of Swords would be your challenge card, and very specifically, that might be an air sign for some of you in your life. It could be anybody in your life who's an air sign, could be a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, but potentially maybe some of you are having an issue with this person because potentially this person might be using their intelligence in a way that's sort of cruel, and you're not really feeling that. You don't think that's cool at all, and I think you're right. So, but you are someone who has compassion. You are someone who has genuine empathy. So, when you see someone using their intelligence in a way that's kind of cruel and they're using it against someone else in a way that's unfair, then obviously you're going to have a problem with that. Now, at the top of your reading is the Hermit card, and that would suggest that some of you might be spending a lot of time by yourself in the month of November 2018. And I'm not saying it's not like literally by yourself, but it's like you feel like you're doing your own thing a lot. So, even if some of you are, with people or surrounded by people, potentially you still feel like you're kind of doing your own thing. And, some of you might appreciate some quiet time throughout the month of November 2018 with the Hermit card at the top of your reading. And, it's interesting because the Hermit card is also a card that's about spirituality. I'm seeing several cards here this month, Scorpio, for you in the month of November 2018 that has to do with spiritual evolution. You have the High Priestess right here, which is a card that's very much about spiritual evolution. And that makes total sense because on November 6th, the North Node is going to be actually shifting into an area for you that has to do with spirituality. So, over the next year or so, spirituality is going to play an important role in your life. Or, maybe there's somebody in your life who's really influencing you to become more spiritual. And, that could mean different things for different Scorpios. It's like, obviously, if you're watching this video, then, maybe this spirituality is more about divination. It's more about, tarot reading, for example. Like some of you or somebody in your life might be, capturing your fascination with this sort of thing, or maybe it has to do with astrology potentially, or numerology for others of you. But, for those Scorpios who aren't watching this video, then it might be more about, and, like I said, if you're not watching this video, then maybe this is more about a traditional religion or organized religion. So a lot more Scorpio is going to be getting into that over the next year while the North Node is transiting your sector of spirituality. Now, with the Hermit card at the top of your reading, and, I did make this discovery, but potentially this is somebody who is the life path number 9. So, no other tarot readers have done this before. I'm the only one who does it, and I made this discovery that the first 9 cards within the tarot are life path numbers. Also, those that are outside of the numerological cycle, or 11 and 22, are also life path numbers. So how do you get someone's life path number? Well, you can just take their date of birth, and above the comment section in this video, you can just click on the link. It goes to a tutorial that I recorded. I show you how to utilize someone's life path number using a numerological sequence, and you can find out, whether or not this is somebody in your life who is the life path number 9. So, for some of you, maybe this is a love interest. For others of you, this might be someone who is, maybe in your family potentially, who's going to be important for you in the month of November 2018. Or, maybe for others of you, this is somebody you work with. So it could be anybody, but, it is definitely somebody who's a life path number 9. And, for a select few of you, the life path number 9 is you. And, some people might hear like the Hermit card. Well, I don't want to be the Hermit card. Well, I mean, it's not supposed to be, you're not really supposed to take it like offensively. It's not supposed to be like an insult or anything. The Hermit is just someone who really does their own thing. And, once again, this is somebody who has the capacity to be very spiritual. Now, I'm also seeing other life path numbers here too as well. I see, the High Priestess is someone who's life path number 22, and the Fool is actually, the High Priestess is somebody who's life path number 2, and the Fool is actually somebody who is life path number 22. And, life path number 22 is not to be confused with life path number 4. So they're actually 2 separate life path numbers. So if you're using someone's date of birth in the numerological sequence that I provide in the video, then, if it goes to 22, if the numbers add up to 22 in the way I show you with the numerological sequence, then that's someone who's the life path number 22. Therefore, they're the Fool. It's different from someone who's the life path number 4. So, you could see, by using the way I explained in that video, you could see if maybe there's anybody important in your life who's life path number 9. Potentially for some of you, have a life path number 2 somewhere in your life, or maybe you are. And once again, maybe with the Fool card, some of you might be the life path number 22, or know somebody important in your life who is the life path number 22. Now, you do have the you do have the 8 of coins at the bottom of your reading right there. And, that really is consistent with who you are, Scorpio, because, a lot of Scorpios are really hard workers, and you do a great job, and you take pride in your work and what you do. And that card is very consistent with those qualities. And, some of you might be really mastering your craft throughout the month of November 2018. But, sometimes you guys are so into your work that you kind of sacrifice your need for rest. So you do have the 4 of Swords here, which is in your reading this month. And, that is indicative that, some of you guys really do need to get some rest. I understand you do a great job and you're really devoted to what you do work-wise. But, sometimes you do, like I said, you really do sacrifice your need for rest. So make sure you're getting enough rest. Make sure you're getting enough relaxation, recuperation in your life throughout the month of November 2018. Now, you do have the Fool card right here in your reading. And The Fool card is just a total new beginning. So I'm not saying all Scorpios are going to have a total new beginning coming up somewhere in your life, but potentially some of you really might, and that is represented through the Fool card. And what's interesting is that you do have a new moon in your sign on November 7th, so that's totally consistent with the Fool card. That is indicative of a new beginning. I mean, when you have a new beginning in your sign, I'm sorry. When you have a new moon in your sign, sometimes that does mean that, there is a new beginning headed its way in your life, Scorpio. So get ready for that. And your outcome this month is the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So, some of you could have several options when it comes to some area of your life. I mean, for some of you, this has to do with your love life, and that's pretty obvious because you have the Three of Swords right there. For others of you, this has to do with maybe work opportunities. Maybe some of you have different opportunities work-wise or in some other area of your life. But, the fact that the card is upside down, Seven of Cups is upside down as your outcome. So that would suggest that, you have all these options, but some of you might not be able to make a decision right away. And that makes total sense. And that's fine that, if you finish off the month not really being able to make a decision about which option you want to go with, it's totally fine because, you have Mercury going retrograde midway through November. And then it's going to retrograde so much that on December 1st, it actually retrogrades into your sign. So it goes backwards into your sign. Well, it doesn't actually literally move backwards. It just looks like it is from where we are, perceiving it here from the Earth standpoint. But Mercury won't move forward again until December 6th. So, by the time Mercury moves direct again, maybe you guys will be able to have more of a clear head and be able to figure out which way you want to go, which option you want to take. And there's also going to be a full moon on November 23rd, and this one for you, Scorpio, has to do with someone who you share your life with. So I feel like this is especially resonating with those who share their life with somebody. And I don't want to say this for all of you, but I'm going to say that maybe there are a select few of you that might go through a separation of some sort because, the Three of Swords is indicative of separation. And, with this full moon on November 23rd, I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but maybe some Scorpios who, are in difficult relationships or in a difficult shared resource situation, you're not really feeling it anymore. Some of you might go your separate ways. I don't really know if that's going to be the case for all of you. Now, for others of you, this could be the opposite. So it's like, for example, if you're a Scorpio who's, you've been coupled up for a while, then I think maybe you should really start thinking about taking the next step. If you're happy with who you're with, if you've been coupled up for a while, but maybe you're not engaged, then, following the full moon on November 23rd, Scorpio, is really the time to start thinking about taking that next step because, who knows, you have the Three of Swords showing up in your reading right here. So, potentially you're with somebody who might want to go to the next level with you. And, if you don't make a decision, then, potentially it's you, them, and someone else they're thinking about. Well, they're going to be like, well, this person's not proposing to me. So, I might go with another option. So you might want to think about it that way. Or, if you're engaged, maybe you want to start thinking about getting married. If you're single, I'd say following the full moon on November 23rd is a ideal time to let go of any past hurts. So, if, you were with someone who you shared your life with for a long time and you're still kind of stuck on them, now is the time to really let go of that person. Or, vice versa, if you're single, I'm not saying this full moon is going to bring someone into your life, who you can eventually share your life with, but you never know. So, but I think that's all I have for this one, Scorpio. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, share, and like. I'm on Instagram as Gregory Furlan Astrology. So if you like to read daily astrology, make sure to give me a follow there. Thank you for watching. Have a great month, and I'll see you next time.